I'm currently watching a lot of Disney sequels, any Disney film basically that I've never reviewed before, where I feel like I probably should have seen this film by now. So I decided to watch Tarzan 2, thinking I'd never seen it. And then I started watching it and realised, actually, I have seen this before. So I take it that it's kind of a good sign that I remembered it once I started watching it. It did come flooding back to me, but I didn't mind watching it again because I really enjoyed it. This was released in 2005. It's directed by Brian Smith. It's written by Jim Kammerud, Brian Smith, Bob Tzudiker, and Noni White. And we have a voice cast, including Harrison Chad as Tarzan. We have George Carlin as Zugor, who is quite an interesting character. We also have Brad Garrett, Ron Perlman, Glenn Close, Frank Welker. Great voice cast, obviously no issues there. The animation style, absolutely beautiful. And the narrative is quite sweet and a little emotional. I won't say exactly why this comes about, but Tarzan thinks that his family would be better off without him. So he decides to run away. And he goes off on this adventure with a character called Zugor, who I rather liked quite a bit. And it's all about him, first of all, trying to make it on his own, but also realising that he loves and needs his family and he misses them. And, well, I won't say any more than that. It's a decent narrative. It works really well. Young Tarzan is absolutely adorable. I think the character is so sweet. It was very easy to emotionally follow his journey. So that absolutely wasn't a problem. The characters that we meet along the way, I really like. A lot of the characters, obviously very recognisable from the first film, with some new ones thrown in there as well. So great characters, great narrative, a really nice story about this feeling of not belonging and of not feeling welcomed. And I imagine it's something a lot of people will be able to relate to, unfortunately. There is that element of relatability there, and that gives it a bit more of an emotional edge as well, and I thought it worked really well. Interestingly, the soundtrack is, I'd say, almost just as good as it is in the first film. We do have songs performed by Phil Collins. We do get the Son of Man reprise, which I absolutely love. So a really great soundtrack as well. I thought it was a really decent sequel. Tarzan 2 is a really good film. And as I said, when I started watching it, I realised I had seen it. And I couldn't remember absolutely everything that happened, but there were a few things that came back to me, and I was quite happy to watch it a second time. I thought it was a good story, well executed, quite emotional, great characters, great voice acting, the animation, the music, everything is brilliant. As far as Disney sequels go, I'd say Tarzan 2 is pretty great, and if you're a fan of the first Tarzan, then I'd say it's absolutely worth checking out.